Assume you have a SharePoint site having a lot of document libraries. People are uploading documents such as Excel files, PDF files, Word documents, or PowerPoint presentations also. Now what they want is they are coming and saying that, I want to get the Excel file which one I have uploaded maybe the 6 months back for the XYZ client. Now if you'll go to the SharePoint site and if you'll search for it, you will get the file. But how about making an agent, and that agent will answer your questions, or maybe it will go through the files and even give you a summary about it. All these things in a agentic way, right, where you will ask question in natural language and it will provide you the output. In fact, it will give you also the document. This was a exact requirement from one of our client. Okay, they have a sales team which were using all these documents. They are uploading a lot of documents, and for some other clients they want to follow those documents, so they want to get the files immediately. So, and in this way, where we are using agents, we are using ChatGPT for all of our work. So they want to develop an agent which will answer all their questions in a human way, like how you will answer conversational way it should give. Now for this, we suggested to develop a agent by using Copilot Studio. Now there are two ways to do that. Like you can develop agents. One is Microsoft 365 Copilot, and other one is Copilot Studio. These two things are there, and this one is for a bigger audience, like for all their departments. There are a few more sites that they wanted to do, so we have suggested for Copilot Studio. So in this video also I'll explain where you should choose for Microsoft 365 Copilot and where you should choose Copilot Studio, right? And also I'll show you step by step everything from the beginning till we will test the application. We will see whether the outputs are coming or not, and what is the best way to make your agent better, right? So that it will give you the response correctly and more accurately, right? All these things I have explained, or I will explain in this video. So I would suggest that you check the video till the end. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Vijay and I am a Microsoft MVP in business applications category, specialized in Power Apps and Power Automate. Okay, and if you are new to the channel, also subscribe to the channel so that anytime I'll make a new video, then you will get notified about it, right? So now let's go to the system and we will develop a agent which will answer our sales representative questions. We will see that step by step. So before showing you the SharePoint site, okay, now let me show you that these are the two ways that you can build an agent. One is the Microsoft 365 Copilot option and the Copilot Studio. Now let's just understand quickly what are these two things. So in the first case, like in Microsoft 365 Copilot, that is something that will come as a Microsoft 365 app. So you can go to microsoft.com/copilot and you can use the agent builder to create the agent, and that is for yourself or for a small team, where you can use the natural language to build it. Okay, and you can provide a SharePoint site. Those you can do. Like I have created a video on that. I'll put the link. You can have a look at that. So the other one is Copilot Studio, where you are building an agent for a broader audience, right? Let's say for a big department or for a organization or for external users, right? So for those cases, you require Copilot Studio having a separate license for it, and understand that it will also support the workflow integrations, like the flow integration. You can say, let's say you want that if something will come over my email, so your agent will check to the SharePoint site and reply them with the information, right? So those kind of things. Or you can even do some custom integration. What is those things? I mean, you can connect with, let's say, with Salesforce, and you will be able to get information from there also, right? So that is the work of this Copilot Studio. So today what we are going to build is by using the Copilot Studio, right? So for this, what I'll do here is, first let me show you the SharePoint site. So in this case, if you'll see here, like this is our SharePoint site, and it has a few list and libraries. So you'll see here product overviews, then sales tools. You can see there are certain documents which we have uploaded on this. Same way there is market customer insight, there is price packaging is there, right? So marketing products, right? So this all these informations are there. Now what we will do is any user will come and ask a question, right? Let's say I want the information about the products where category is software, right? So it should show us some products like this, right? Or even if you will go to this price packaging, we have a lot of documents. So if you want to ask something like, let's say you want to know, like, let's say what is this payroll report X file, right? So that means what is the things over there. So you don't want to open that and check it, you can simply ask it and then it will summarize and give you the output, right? So those are the things that our agent should be able to handle it. So what I'll do here is, again, I have some prompts, I'll show you that, but let me first open the Copilot Studio. So the Copilot Studio you can open by using copilotstudio.microsoft.com. As I said, you require a license for it. So if you have logged in, it is fine. Else, it will ask you for login, and then you can, if you have the license, then you can try with this, right? So once you have this, now then what we can do is, we will see how we can create a agent, right? But before that, you can see here, right? Create workflow you can start, and then you can see here, this is the create agent, right? So click over here, and then you will see, it will now ask you a few options like to provide, right? So let it just add it. So now you will see here now. Okay, let me just close it. So meanwhile it is loading something. You can see here, if you'll just click over here agents, you will be able to see, right, these are all your agents we have, and you'll be able to see those agents here, right? So same way for flows and a few tools. This is the left navigation on this. Now for this agent, if you'll go to the top, you see here overview, knowledge section, tools, agents, topics, activity, evaluation, analytics, channel, all these thing options are there. And in the right side, you see here publish and settings and test, right? So what we will do here is, first thing is I'll edit this. I'll give a name for it. I'll just copy the name here. I have given the name as internal information agent, right? And you can click on this and you can change the icon. So if you click on this from your local drive, you can select one icon for it. So let's say I'll go to the downloads, and I will choose SP. I don't know, I'm just adding it, right? So if you'll see here, I have just uploaded icon. So you can even you can take the help of ChatGPT or any tool to make an icon for yourself, right? And I'll also want to provide a description for it, right? So if I'll just copy this description, I have written it. So now you can see here, I have given this helps internal team members to quickly find product information, price, packaging, all these things from the SharePoint site, right? And from here, if you'll see, there are different, different options are there on this. So you can choose the model which you want. Let's keep the default one, whichever is there, like GPT hyphen 4.1, right? But you can also choose the other models, right, from here. So before giving the instructions, now let's go to the knowledge section, and here we will click on this and we will provide the knowledge section, right? So if you look at this screen, you can even upload files, or browse and upload files from here. Let's say you have a pricing file, or you have a terms and condition file, or anything you want. If people will ask about it, you can even upload it from here, or you can upload it to a SharePoint site. From there also you can give, right? Or your OneDrive. So if you'll click on SharePoint, now you can see here it is saying browse items or enter the SharePoint site URL. In this case, I will copy my site URL. Remember, I'm not giving any particular list and library. I'm giving the entire site here. So I just remove the slash from the end, and then it took, right. So that's just understand this, nothing much. The error is whatever it was saying, right. I just remove this slash from here, right. So anyway, so we have selected that site, and then I'll click add to agent. So now this is our knowledge source, right. So this is where our agent will go and get information whenever someone will ask any question, right? So that is the main important thing here. And web search, so this is for public website, right? We don't want to do this because we want to train our agent so that they can figure out information from our SharePoint site, right? Now to give this one, right, the instructions, we have to understand little bit on that, how we are giving information to this, right? So I have written a long information again. I added some information, then I took the help of ChatGPT to make this, to format it well, so that our agent will understand before answering anything, right? So if you see here, you are an AI assistant for SharePoint site used by this team. Your role is to help user find, understand, and summarize business information across the entire SharePoint site using natural language. And we said here, you must return accurate, human-friendly answers without exposing technical steps. And then knowledge scope, if you see here, the list, libraries, all these things we have provided here. And then we say that before answering anything, you must search all the relevant list and libraries. For example, let's say there is a document that we are talking about, and if there are this document is available in two libraries, so it should go through both the libraries and give the information. We also provided one more thing, right? Like you can read and analyze the actual content of the files, not just the names or metadata. So that means we told that if, let's say, this is a file, so it should actually go into the file and give the information from there, right? And then so this way we provided, what are the things basically people might ask, and how you should answer this, right? And we even set them the metadata columns that they can look for, right? Look up relationship between list and libraries. So all these things, and if you see here, accurately answer how many or which and what is available. If no results are found, say clearly and suggest what to try next, right? What you must not do, like do not invent, or anything that is not there, don't add those things. So we have a clear communication on this, right? So, and here, like we are saying that if a user is asking in plain English, and the system understand my business data, including what is there in the document, right? So we basically said that you answer it like a human being, right? So that's what is we have added. So I'll copy everything from here. Again, if I will put this prompt, and so if you can click on this and then you can put it. So now I'll click on save here, right? So if you'll see here, I've saved it, right? So this is the information that instruction that we saved, right? You can up to 8,000 characters you can give, and we have given only this much. So you understand, because the more information you will give, our agent can figure out more accurately the results, right? And again, so there are some other things are there which we will not complicate on this, but later point of time definitely we are going to add some of the things. Now what you should remember, that now we will test this agent. Now how, so the best way to make your agent perfect is that you ask more questions, test more questions, and then you can modify this this prompt that we are giving, sorry, the instructions that we have given here, right? So don't expect, right, if I have put this prompt and then, or this instructions, and you keep this information as it is, it will give you the same result, it might give you a little bit different results. So the best way is that try it out and modify the instructions, so to make your agents better, right? So now it is the time that we will test our agent. To test this, you can see here, I can ask questions from here, right? So let's say I want to ask, like, if show me some documents where document type is guidelines, right? Let's see if it is able to answer it or not. So I'll say display some documents where document type is guidelines, right? So let's see, now it is trying to figure out this. so whether it will be able to find it or not. So now if you'll see here, it show me two files, discount underscore guidelines dot pdf. It is giving the locations and even giving the link where it will open the document. Here also same way there is on other PDF and the location, right? So if I'll now go, actually if you'll see, now you see here, right, discount underscore guidelines and then promotional of underscore offer score underscore 2023, right? These two PDFs are there on guidelines, so it is giving, right? Next, let's say there is a, you can see, right, this is the payroll report xls file, right? So now I don't know what this file is, right? What is the content of this? So maybe I will say that, can you explain what are the content over there in this file, right? So we can even give directly that prompt and it will go through the file and it will explain you. Show me the information present in the uh, payroll. Let me check the file, payroll report, right? So let's see if it is able to figure out that document or not. We have one document, right, in the same library, right? So so now you can see here, right? So it is showing me the column name, and then you can see here, right? So it is saying that the file contains a table with employee name, daily work hours, and all these things. And you can see here it is showing me these columns, and then the sample data is also there. And with that, it is saying that Lydia on marked as SL, probably sick leave, right? So you can see here, right, and the total 0 hours. Now, if I'll show you the file, actually, this file is about that thing you see here, right? These are the column names, these are the values, and look at here, SL is there, right? So this is actually the sick leaves, right? And for that we have put the 0 hours, and that is what it is showing, right? Perfect. So I think it is giving us the good results for this, right? So what I would suggest is, if you are preparing something like that, then do some more testing, ask some more questions so that you will be able to understand how your agent is replying. I'll not publish this on this one, but yeah, you can click on publish and publish it. There are, for reason, because of the licensing things, I'll not be able to do that. But in the next video also we are going to see some more things that we can do using agents in Copilot Studio, right? So if you like the video, kindly subscribe to the channel, so that you will get new video alerts whenever I'll make this kind of helpful videos. So I'll see you in another video.